I have finally decided to bring another character to my channel, and it is going to be an elusive running back by the name of Jet Rush. Now, I know the name says something different right now, but I ended up changing it a little bit later on in the video. And you see the teams that I was able to go to as a starter, but I felt like I wanted to stay at one school for more than one season because, you know, I jumped around a lot with my cornerback London Bridges II, but I ended up deciding to go to Florida. Even though I know I'm going to be second string, I wanted to be in the SEC, and I wanted to go to a team that had a lot of history but has not had success lately. So ultimately, I am gonna be a Gator, so check that out. And before we get started, of course, I'm gonna take a look at my attributes because I have 5 skill points to use, and I was going through seeing exactly what I wanted to add that to. You see, my quickness is gonna cost like 12. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna take me a while to be able to improve that. But I'm looking at the physicals and I end up going back to my ratings. I'm gonna improve my elusive skill set, all right? So one of the reasons why I decided to become a running back, obviously, I love Ashton Genty. He has been an inspiration out here, and you guys voted for me to be a running back over a wide receiver. And on top of that, I figured I'd be lining up as receiver some anyway, so I might as well become a running back. And you see the starter is talking to me saying that I'm not going to take his job anytime soon. I'm like, okay, we will definitely see about that. And of course, my leadership is going to go down, but that's only motivation for me to come out here on the practice field and do everything I can to make sure I become a starter as fast as possible. Even coming out, woo, hurdling people in the drills. You see this dude Rush doing his thing. I knew it was going to be something special when I went out there on the field for the very first time. But first, I'm trying to increase my attributes before we get into this season opener against the Miami Hurricanes. Let's get it! So of course, this is going to be a rivalry game in the state of Florida, and I am unsure of how much playing time I'm going to get out here, but I'm going with the flow, seeing what happens. And check this out. We have a 2nd and goal, and they have me running a jet sweep. I'm like, okay, dude, this is a perfect opportunity for me to try to come out here and do something in the very first game of the season, and they are going to flip it to me. I am going to be able to get in that end zone for the touchdown. Believe that my very first touch in college ended up being a receiving touchdown. And of course, since I'm not the starting running back, they have me out here running some routes, but I'm getting another catch over the middle. I am liking what I'm seeing so far, and our defense is playing great as well. Did you see Miami's yards? There's another score for the Florida Gators. So we are looking good so far. We are now in the 2nd quarter with a 14-0 lead. And look, I'm trying to go all the way to the end zone on this route. I feel like I'll be able to run past my guy. Look, I'm calling for the ball, but it's gonna be incomplete. All kinds of defenders in the area. And look at this, man. They're bringing me in the game for the quarterback kneel. So after halftime, halftime. I didn't see much of the field, and you see we are losing 27-17 with only a minute and a half left. I'm trying to make something happen. Cut that music off! You better not have been singing the user! And I should not have been calling for that ball. Of course, they're throwing up the U in the camera. And we are going to lose this very first game of the season, 27-17. I am obviously disappointed by the result of this. The battle for the Florida Cup. And Miami is going to come out on top. You know they got that boy Cam Ward. And he did what he had to do to get his team this dub. As far as my stats go, I had 2 receptions, 28 yards, and that touchdown. But that is not enough. I'm still going to level up. I'm going to move up that coach ladder just a little bit. But it's time for another one. So we are facing Mississippi State at their home stadium, and I noticed, whoop, look at me hitting them with a juke move. So obviously, this is like the first time that I played running back. I've been running routes and all that good stuff, so you gotta bear with me. I'm gonna try to get better at doing all of this. Right now, I'm a raw prospect, you feel me? A freshman. We are out here trying to do any and everything we can. Look, I wish they would have passed it to me on that one. I think I would have got a touchdown. But it is gonna be halftime. So we're getting all kinds of yards, but we can't get a touchdown until right now. We are on the goal line, and I'm on the outside, getting the score. That is gonna be my first rushing touchdown in college. Dude, Jet Rush is hyped up, and I noticed I was getting a lot more touches in the second half of this game. I think that the running back, the starter, ended up getting injured because now I'm in the game and it's clutch time, crunch time, whatever you want to call it, here in the fourth quarter, but they do take me out right here. But now we are on defense, and you see Mississippi State is going to score on their drive. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. We cannot come out here and get another L. You see we are down. There's only 30 seconds left in the game. And I am going to get a first down for the team. And while I'm out of the game, we ended up scoring. So all we have to do is get one stop. And then we'll be able to get this victory on the road. I'm hoping my defense does not let them get in field goal range. They are running out of time. And we're gonna walk out of here with a W. Even though this was an ugly game, we came out on top. And the player of the game in this one is gonna be our quarterback, Graham Mertz. You see he ended up throwing for 276 and a touchdown. Look, I had 6 rushes, 44 yards, and a TD. And as far as receiving, I had 45 yards in the air as well. So check this out. Our starting running back, in fact, did get injured. He is going to be out for 3 weeks. Now, one of those weeks is a bye. So I should be starting for the next 2 games. So I'm coming over here to my attributes once again, seeing what I want to improve, because I know that now I am going to be the starter for a couple games. So I need to be as good as possible out here. And I'm looking at these attributes. Then I'm going over to my physicals. And maybe I want to improve one of my abilities. I'm looking at sidestep. that will help out my juke moves, or I can go the 360 route, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. We are gonna be spinning out here, doing everything we can to get by these defenders. And as far as my weekly agenda, I was still focusing on training. Probably a bad idea not to do anything academically, but hey, we'll have to face those consequences if they come later on. So this is my very first start in college at home against UCF. And you see it is a 3rd and 8. I'm gonna get the catch and barely get the first down. So of course you know they are gonna be taking me in and out of the game. Look, the extra point got blocked after we ended up scoring a touchdown. And look, the Knights are coming right back, getting a score of their own. So I'm like, okay, in my very first start, I cannot come out here and get an L, but you see I'm getting taken down in the backfield. Then I'm dropping a pass. But we are going to make our way down the field, and I have this route coming out of the backfield. I'm going to call for it, and I am going to get in that end zone, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I knew if I wanted to win this game, I'm going to have to turn it up. Look at this, man. I cannot get to the outside on this Knight football team. They are bottling me up. They know that I'm a huge part of this team. But coming out of the backfield, look, I'm going through the Gatorade table and all that, bro. Calling for the ball right here. I'm wide open, and I'm going to come down with it. They could not guard the flats at all. And look, I'm trying to hurdle somebody, and I'm getting taken out of the air. I'm like, dude, we got to stay on our feet. We don't want to end up injured like our teammate, you know what I mean? The true freshman being thrown out here to be a starter when he was not even expecting it, but you know we always have to be ready. We're running that no huddle, hurry up offense, trying to catch the defense off guard, and I am running forward, getting close to that first down marker. But as you see, we are in the 4th quarter. I'm taking this one, trying to get to the outside and use that speed. Finally, this dude, Jet, is going to turn on the afterburners and get the touchdown. Can you believe that run? We broke away from everybody, and we are going to get the dub 29-10 in our very first game as a starter. And I am going to get player of the game, 82 rush yards. We ended up with 2 touchdowns. And I'm checking out the stats to see what I did on the receiving end as well. Ended up with 43 yards and a touchdown from that side too. So we absolutely did our thing. And they are wanting to know what is the biggest contributing factor to our success. And I'm going to credit the coaches, dude, because you already know I need that coach trust. But now we have a huge roadblock going on the road to face the Tennessee Volunteers. like I said, we are on the road in Tennessee. Check out the crowd. Look at the stadium pulse. They are starting me off, running a route over the middle. And I am going to help our team get that first down. Of course, you know this is the second game that I'm starting because my first string running back ended up getting injured. I'm throwing people off of me, trying to get more yardage on the play. I am liking what I'm seeing out of this running back so far. He has the speed, and it's starting to look like he has some power as well. And check this out. You know I'm going to run to the outside, call for the ball. I have it jumping over a defender as I get in that end zone for the This true freshman jet rush is on another level. We have the only score of the game, and look at Tennessee on offense. 0 pass yards in the quarter, only 16 on the ground. So I'm like, okay, bro, we have to keep this up. We have to make sure we're doing our thing on the offensive side of the ball, and our defense can still eat. It's still a little bit weird playing offense, I ain't even gonna lie to you, dude. And that time I'm getting taken down. On 3rd and long, we have a screen set up, but the defense is going to say, no! QB, if you throw our way, we are going to make you pay. And that's exactly what they do. Taking that thing all the way back. Unbelievable stuff right there, dude. How unlucky can we get on that route? And I'm getting hit coming out of the backfield. Yeah, we have to be careful out here. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Taking way too many hits. This Tennessee defense is not messing around. 3rd and 11, I'm calling for it out of the backfield. See, I told you guys I'll still be able to get those receiving yards, even though I am a running back. And we are set up nicely here on the 2-yard line with the run play plan. I'm not going to get touched as I get in that end zone for another one. Jet is becoming a star right before our eyes. What is going to happen when our starter comes back next game? Look at the quarterback going deep, and he finds a receiver for the long ball. Oh my goodness, what a play right there. That puts us up 21-14 now over Tennessee. They did score on one of their plays. I still got to figure out how to run my routes. You see, I'm just zigzagging out here right now, my dude. And look, we're trying to run a screen again. This time it's going to be successful. I am going to be knocked out of bounds. We have this route going to the right side. I'm going to call for the ball. And oh my goodness!
Holy moly.
I thought the quarterback was going to float that one up. Instead, they are getting another pick six. Man, oh man, I'm not gonna lie, that one was my fault. I shouldn't have been calling for the ball right there. And you see they have a 24-21 lead. We are in the 4th quarter. Over the middle, I get another reception. So when I'm coming out of the backfield, you know I'm deadly, dude. Look at this boy. Oh, I thought he was gonna pass it to me. Instead, we are still getting a great gain on the play. And on 2nd and 9, I am gonna get another first down. I'm weaving through the defense, doing everything I can to help my team out to get this victory. And you see, we are down to the 5-yard line. And by the way, I am still playing on Heisman difficulty. I have pretty much the same settings that I was using when I was playing corner. So of course, I'm not gonna cheat myself and play on freshman or whatever it is, the lower difficulties. I'm gonna come out here on the hardest one. and try to do what I have to do to win. And you see I'm getting to the outside. We are gonna get a score. A much needed one right there. As you see, we are going back and forth in this game. We are trying to hold Tennessee out of the end zone so that we can win this game. But on fourth down, they get a 47-yard touchdown, bro. I am like, oh my goodness. We have to try to find a way to get in field goal range at least now, you feel me? 28-31. I'm coming out of the backfield, still calling for that ball. And I feel like we are in field goal range, but I'm getting tackled behind the line. Thankfully, our field goal kicker ended up tying it up. So as you see, we are going to be going to our first overtime game on the road in Tennessee. And we are starting off with this ball first. Of course, you know, we really want to get a touchdown right here to put the pressure on the Volunteers. And I'm out of the backfield. Getting a nice little gain on that. But we are stuck with a 3rd and 2. Trying to run it to the outside. I am not going to get there. And we ended up taking the field goal. So let's see. We cannot let Tennessee score a touchdown right here or the game is over. And they are going to be forced to kick. So it's tied at 34. This time, of course, you know they get the ball first. And they are not doing much of anything on 3rd and 9. They are not going to get the first. So they ended up getting 3. That opens up the door for us to try to get this victory if we're able to get in that end zone. So 1st and goal, I'm running the ball, getting taken down, but it's all good on 2nd down. They had me running this jet sweep. At first, I wanted to try to change the play, but I'm like, let's run it, dude. Let's see if we'll be able to score right here. I flip it to the receiver, and he is in there for the touchdown. We're gonna win this game on the road, 40-37. What a close one, man. 3rd Saturday in September. Florida ends up taking this victory. And look at that, the player of the game. 3 touchdowns. I really had 4 if you want to count the passing one that I got right there on that jet sweep. So we ended up scoring 3 different ways, bro. I threw for 1. Look, I had 2 touchdowns on the ground, over 121 yards rushing. 200 yards receiving and a touchdown as well. I am like, oh my goodness. Of course, I'm going to be SEC Player of the Week. Of course, I'm going to be National Player of the Week. I am doing my thing out here, bro. But it all comes crashing down because look at this. I am flunking out of school, bro. D minus 2 D's and an F. On my exams, I did not study one bit, and I am gonna be ineligible.
What in the blue moon?
So what are we gonna do from here, man? Drop a like and sub if you haven't. We have a new story going with this running back jet rush, and take me out of here, Siri.
That's nasty. Peace.